Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Today, this is a last minute webinar that we wanted to hop on um, with those that are currently using artificial intelligence in their business, building products, building solutions for their business or potentially for clients on the other end. And what we're going to break down today is uh, what we believe is a critical component to enhance really those tools with the data that is available. So we're going to get started here in just a moment. For those that are joining, hopping on now, welcome. Would love for you to jump in the chat. Tell us a little bit more about how you're using AI in your business today, what tools you may be working on, and then we're going to get into the meat of the presentation. Shouldn't take longer than 30 minutes, everybody. We'll get in, we'll get out, and we'll have some action items for you on how you can get started as we get going. So hop into the chat as time progresses here, and we're just going to get started. Those that hop on late, watch the recording, you'll see it all. So the topic of today's discussion is really to go deeper into those that are using Claude, using ChatGPT, working on prompts. There's a lot of information that's out there on how to get the most out of those products. And what we're here to present here a little bit more on today is the critical component that we have had some really great success with, whether we are providing our data to other companies for them to build their products on top of, or for those of you who may already be Agent Legend customers or are potentially considering becoming a customer, how we are using our data set to help you in your day-to-day business and the number of capacities that we have. And so we believe, and we'll have some results here to share, is that really the consumer context, this is specifically for those business to consumer clients that we're assisting, whether you're in real estate, mortgage, insurance, home services. The goal here is that you now are armed with any tool that you are currently using to really supercharge those tools as you're continuing forward. The QR code that you see here will be sprinkled in throughout the presentation. If you scan that, that'll take you to a landing page where you'll get taken to our data enrichment page for those that are looking to get started and understanding how we might be able to help you with your products and services that you are working on. So we're going to get going here. And so this slide is really to say, like, we already know that most of you that are on this call are already building, or maybe you're already subscribed and using tools that have some sort of artificial intelligence now included in it. Every single tech platform that I know that we subscribe to has some version of artificial intelligence in there that makes them even more powerful. We see this across the CRMs and lead repositories that we're plugging into. A lot of the Marcom communications platforms are now leveraging this. In our world, we see a lot of conversational AI products that are rolling out. Seems like every week there's a new conversational product that's out there that's there to have it. And then even on the lead nurturing and lead prioritization side of things, artificial intelligence is having an impact on how we go to market with our business each and every single day. But there's one thing that in our world, what we view is that it's missing the critical piece. If you are talking to consumers who want more personalization, they want more relevancy in anything that they're receiving these days, is that you don't really know who you're talking to if you're leveraging those products. If you're using let's just talk specifically on the conversational AI side. You don't know if you're engaging with somebody who just hopped on your website. You don't know if they just got married. You don't know if their income is $250,000 plus. You don't know if they like watching home improvement shows on YouTube. That data isn't readily available to you. And if it is, it might take time or substantial resources for you to gather. What we've been able to do is accumulate all of that information, over 270 million households, 1,600 unique data points. And now our clients are plugging directly into that data set to power these tools that they have at their fingertips. There's a number of different applications for this, and take that as you're thinking about what you're building. Drop it in the chat. Our team will give you some context there or follow up with us. But it's been remarkable to see the additional layer of intelligence that now those tools can now have because they have direct information to it. And the key here is context. That's the missing ingredient. They know what people do, and the context tells them who these people actually are in real time. Now, imagine how powerful that is if you're nurturing leads. Imagine how powerful that is if you have a new website visitor and your chat bot starts kicking into gear and it's able to understand perhaps in segments, in cohorts, in understanding who those people are. That is now readily available, and data is now coming downstream for those that are on this call. It's just readily accessible for us. And so now just imagine if it could hyper personalized conversations. We're seeing this now in some of the products that we're rolling out, or we're assisting other products that are rolling out, is to create more systemic and personalized logic to those campaigns that are created. A huge use case, if you're a active client of ours right now, is understanding who to talk to and who not to talk to. Most of us are taught to dial for dollars, and in our world, that is costly, whether you're spending money on messaging costs to reach out to them, or you might be assigning human resources to address those people. You might also be sending out direct mail or any other times when you got to open up your wallet in terms of leveraging a product. Understanding who to talk to and who not to talk to is critically important. We see it all the time with those that are in the real estate space. They have lists of leads to call based off of actions. If you've followed us before, we know that actions don't mean intent and they're not ready. And so we want to make sure with this information that you now have a better sense of where that prospect is in their path to purchase, so that you can communicate to them effectively, reaching the right people with the right message at the right time. And now we're also getting into intelligent lead routing. So imagine how costly it is if you're assigning the wrong sales rep to work a certain lead or any of those in your systems. That's been a fascinating use case to understand. We can help in understanding which prospect should be talking to which sales agent. And that is the power of these tools that you're rolling out, and the power of this consumer data set that is available. I mentioned earlier that those of you who are on the call live or are watching this, you're either in one or two camps. You're either building solutions. We're seeing the speed to build and release MVP products is expedited at an exponential rate. Just before this call, we built a landing page in about 30 seconds. And we're building these tools on top of the AI solutions that are out there, and they're only getting better and better. Now, if you're building into AI, you know the power of context in general and making sure that it has the necessary training behind it, because it only knows what it knows heading into trying to deliver a result for you. And so you can now connect it to your tech stack and it can pull that information in. You can connect it to, upload any presentations that you have and want to provide to it. We put all of our meetings into it now, so we know exactly what our follow-ups need to be and how our proposals need to look. But the key here is, as a new prospect engages, your consumers having the ability for your AI to quickly query and understand exactly who it's talking to and generating a profile for that user. Just imagine the power of understanding if a new lead is a first-time home buyer, the power of knowing if somebody is an investor when they're coming in. Have they purchased multiple properties? What's their interest rate? Some of these items, people are buying data a lot. We see a lot of users that are going out, but it's a little fragmented. It's not available in real time. And as things change constantly, week to week, day to day, you need to have the most up-to-date and accurate information at your fingertips. And so think about that direct relationship with the platform. And now we provide that data. So you might be building these products. You understand that the more context that you give those tools is the better. The other side of this are also the end users. So most of you that are watching this may be customers of Agent Legend, understanding, hey, I'm looking to adopt AI. What we typically will communicate to our clients is we are the most boring AI that exists, that's out there. There's a lot sexier vehicles that turn out really beautiful presentations that are able to build websites that can help you with your prospecting efforts. There's so many different applications. Ours sits in the background and it harvests that data layer that really goes untapped for pretty much everybody that we talk to. It's this asset that doesn't sit in your P&L or your balance sheet, and we unlock that. And right, you are now given the capability, and your CRMs are doing this, where they're now building products that are AI powered, leveraging perhaps that first party data that is flowing through your system. We know a couple of our partners, right? They're helping with perhaps suggested responses, call logging, call notes. That's all great, incredible first party data. Now, imagine if you were able to enrich that information with real time profile information, with life event data, with financial data, with cookie behavior. That information is what puts these vehicles over the top. And so think about that. If you're in one or two camps, this is applicable for you. Wanted to give a example of the application for this consumer context for a client of ours. This is a client that's out in the Sacramento market. And we see this a lot with those mega teams that are out there. They have invested heavily, whether it's time or money, in building these massive databases. And that can be good. It can also be bad, where the costs to actively manage that database skyrocket as that database continues to grow. I have to assign more resources to work the data and the people and the activity that are logged in that system each and every single day. And so leveraging the power of these consumer insights that again are readily available to us, they are able to plug directly into our system. And how we help them was effectively helping them suppress, helping them understand which prospects that were clicking on their website, that were active, viewing properties, opening and clicking emails, that normally they would hire people to go and chase that activity. They had an ISA team of, I believe it was 8 ISAs at the time. And just with this simple solution in suppressing leads and prioritizing the ones that actually they needed to invest time and money into helping, they were able to see the results that you see in that screen. And yes, 730 appointments is exciting. The appointment growth that you see there is really exciting. Those are the KPIs that we want. What we love to see are all of those redundant outreaches that you see on the right-hand side, the 578 fewer calls per week, the 304 fewer text messages that they were sending, and the 114 fewer emails that they were sending overall. So your overall output is decreasing while your results are increasing. That is the incredible power of some of this information that is, again, readily available for you. So for the builders that are here, that are watching this, you're either building a sports car, but you're not putting regular gas into it, right? We don't want generic context that's in there, and you get the bland. Yes, it's able to. We see this with conversational AI products that are out there, where you get a bland response, and there's still a lot of tinkering that needs to go into it for the user perspective, and you continue to tinker and going back and forth and back and forth, and then eventually the output is nowhere near what you actually thought it would actually be. And so making sure that you are working off of the most accurate and timeless information, or timely information, is critically important. And so I alluded to just for those that want to learn more about the data set that we offer, right? So we offer the ability, whether you're building or you're an end user, you're a client of ours, is the ability to just connect into this data set via API in real time, whether that's through your CRM directly, where we're now able to harvest all of the incredible information that's flowing in that CRM and overlaying this third-party data set so you can identify more information about those prospects, having better conversations, developing marketing campaigns for those people. Or if you're building the solutions on top of it, you can connect in real time, whether it's through just about any MCP or any server that's available to us, and you get immediate access in real time. This doesn't take weeks, months. It takes days to get up and running and to start helping your organizations out, to give you a better view of the financial profile, the household and familial statuses, life events, purchase propensity, behavioral signals, and much, much more. And the key here is that these are already built. This is what we have spent countless hours and time building on our end, and they're readily available to plug into those use cases. So reach out to us if there's a need on your end for any of that, and our team is ready and able to assist you. It's not a prompt. It's literally a direct feed. These are models that we are managing. So imagine what the biggest Fortune 500 companies have been doing for years, where they're able to, on your cell phone, you might get retargeted with ads and you're wondering, why the heck am I getting this programmatic advertisement that's being sent to me? Well, that's because they have the power of these data points and these insights. And now that information is just readily available for the small business owners that we assist, right? Those real estate brokers, the mortgage brokers, the home services, moving companies that are in their growth mode and are looking for a leg up in their local market to be able to pop right into this. It's real time. You get these traits readily available at the human level, plugs directly into whatever tools that you're actively using, and then you can take the necessary next actions depending upon the use case and however we are assisting you. So the item on this one that we wanted to also go into is that you now can build whatever agents you want. We're building these as we speak, where we have the agentic AI solutions that we're building right now with this data set on our own. We're qualifying leads right off the bat with a simple scoring mechanism. We are reviving, so we communicate the gold that's in the old. So we're building agents that are going after all of those precious commodities that are, again, sitting in this database that you need to be going after. We're working on conversational AI that's assisting with appointment bookings. And then we're also working on that retention and maximization agent as well. How do we cross promote the different products and services that our clients have, as well as our own? How do we make sure that we don't just have that one transaction? How do we increase the lifetime value? And that's in the data. That's all available to it. If there's one thing that AI is incredibly powerful at, it's really digesting and harvesting incredible amounts of information, and that's what this does. We're developing better copy in real time for the person. It's not just a segment in this database. You might see warm leads, cold leads, hot leads, but imagine warm leads that are first-time home buyers, warm leads that are downsizers, warm leads that are refi candidates. Those are the types of campaigns that we are building out for our users. And again, it is readily available to them. And so that re-engagement, the hyper-personalized campaigns, when you receive a message, it's no longer just checking in. And that's what a consumer wants. It wants personalization. They want to be reached out to when they're in that buying mindset. And that's the power of the data that you have now available at your fingertips. And how do we do all that? Getting started. For those that are interested in getting started, super simple. I mentioned the QR code. It'll come up here in a second that you can scan, but really it's a simple connection via API. The consumer this context starts flowing immediately. You'll start seeing this information flowing in your system. And then if you're building on top of it, that's when our team works really closely with you, builds the necessary implementation guides, and you're off to the races. You have just this the ability to ping that API at any given time. And now your AI has that additional layer of context that's able to inform communications or just build smarter campaigns for whatever your need built or whatever you need that data for. We've seen some interesting products that have come our way and folks that are building on top of this data set. It's remarkable. Like I said, the speed at which you're able to build and go out to market with is fascinating. And so let's pivot to the end here. This is one of the most efficient webinars that I know we've done. But to cap this all out, there's two sides, and scan whatever QR code is relevant to you. For those of you that are on the building side, scan the QR code on the right. That's going to take you to a page that's just going to help us gather a little bit more information, and we'll schedule a call with you. And same thing for those that are using this in their day-to-day business. For those that need this layer of intelligence within their tech stack, you could scan that QR code that's there. And we're ready to assist you. This data set, like I said, is readily available. All you need to do is plug into it. And now you have the confidence that you have the most relevant and timely information to power your business or your tools moving forward. So for those that are still on here live, thank you so much for attending. We're going to pause there and give you guys all your time back. Thank you so much for attending. We're going to do a deeper dive on this as we continue along, but our team, just with the conversations that we've had recently, we want to pop on really briefly and just come on and give you some quick hitters on just how we have seen those that are leveraging our data set in their day-to-day business. So thank you for joining. Have a great rest of your days and onward.